I used to wish upon a star, but stars can't hear, they're much too far. Instead I've learned to wish upon a star.
Hey beautiful soul stars, welcome to Starlight, Starbright, Oracle and Tarot. I hope you're all doing well. Love, light and blessings to each and every one of you for a beautiful day and a beautiful way forward. Yeah, and thank you to those people who are subscribing and commenting. Yeah, blessings to each and every one of you. Hello to Canada, to America, to India and other places in the world. Okay, so let's get started. So your spiritual awakening, yes, leaving chaos in the wake. Perhaps you're really struggling at the moment when it comes to spiritual awakening. You feel like it's ruining your life. It's, you know, you just want to go back to sleep. I've been there. But go back to sleep, you cannot. You cannot go back. So let's find out what's going on and how the Divine can help you today. Okay, let's get started. We'll start with Earth Warriors. Thank you, Divine. Just one, thank you. Oh gosh. Aye, good. Oh, we still have two. Okay, we're taking two. So, and these are beautiful cards. So, Dadiri, Hearing Truth, 21, 12, 3. And it was in reverse. So, knowing the truth, hearing the truth of self can be very, very difficult. Facing who we are. This is what awakening is asking us to do. To dig deep, to understand that we have to grow, we have to change, and it can be an extremely painful experience. We kind of lose everything. The other thing is with truth as well is that you start to realize the truth of others. Maybe your truth just isn't being heard. We have many people, we see them every day, the whistleblowers, the brave earth warriors on the front lines, putting their neck on the line to do something good for humanity, to warn others, to try and prevent something from hurting other people into the future. This is very brave earth warrior energy. So hearing the truth and putting your truth out there can be very difficult. You can be discredited for telling the truth. You are lied about. Like if you're a good person and you are truthful, you are honest, you're not hiding anything, you never maybe did hide anything, then these people will just make things up. They will get people, other people, threes, third parties, they'll get other people to join with them, to pull you down, to drag you down, to bring chaos into your life. But this is all by design. These people are showing themselves for who they are. They're showing the truth of who they are, and you're shining that light upon them. And yes, this can be very difficult. You know, relationships break down, we lose our jobs, but the thing is that it doesn't have to be as painful as what it is if you remain calm, if you go with the flow, if you just stand in your truth and just believe in the Divine and move forward. I became very, very emotional. I'm a very emotional person. So my emotions were driving me. I wasn't used to having people saying stuff about me to my face that actually just weren't true. But the more emotional you become, the more you try and fight it, defend yourself against these people, the more painful they will make it for you. And this can happen in all sorts of ways. It can happen through, if you're tied to the government in some way, family, friends, the workplace. If you're not meant to be there anymore and you haven't seen the signs, the writing on the wall. Like I remember when I became a teacher and my daughter said to me, and she's an earth angel, and she said to me, she says, "Are you really sure you want to be a teacher, Mum? Like, I don't know if you're going to enjoy it." And she was right. And it wasn't the kids that were the problem, it was the other teachers that were the problem. And yeah, so, you're going to have to hear the truth of yourself as well, to understand yourself. Yeah, and learn to speak your truth and stand your ground. Wow. Okay. And we have 25, 52, and 7. These could be the ages that you've been through your awakening. You could have been 21. You could have even been 12. It could have been 12 years ago, or 2012. 2012 to 2014 was a really big warning time for people. If you weren't listening during that period, you were going to have many towers fall upon you. And it is by design, because when you're awakening, all the dark forces come out to play, but they also serve the purpose of pushing you along, pushing you on your path. How far are you going to fall? How much strength do you ultimately have to pick yourself up and keep going, knowing your truth? And that's why it's really important to be honest and truthful, because nobody can ever really truly lie about you, even though that's what they try and do. So blessings of the Supreme Being. So, we have to see these as blessings. And I know that's hard when you lose your home. You don't know how you're going to feed yourself or your family. Partners who become more and more possessive and abusive. Family members who turn against you or make you feel insignificant in some way. All of these things, what doesn't break you makes you stronger. You feel like you're being gang stalked, you're being gaslighted, and you are. All of these things, you go down rabbit holes. That's a big sign when you start to go down rabbit holes and you can actually relate to it. You can relate to it all. Wow, that's happening to me. Yeah, that's going on. Oh my God. But you try and find help, and people who are meant to help you, they push you down further. But that's shining a light on them, because you are special to the divine. You are an awakened one. You are a person who has something to do in this world, to go through trials, difficult things, and come out the other side better, more filled with light and more filled with, faith than ever before. Knowing that your isolation is to help you come closer to the divine. To know that you need to be self-reliant and that the divine will get you through it, see you through it. So, yeah, it is that moment in the Matrix when you have that fellow who wants to be put back into the Matrix, chewing on his steak. He just wants to go back to sleep. But we all know he can't go back. You can't go back. So the best thing to do is to move forward with grace. Let the divine guide you is what's being asked of you today. And this is heart chakra and third eye and butterfly at the crown. You are being blessed, and I know it doesn't feel like it, but you have experiences and knowledge that you can share with others to help them through, because that's what we're here for. We're here to help and uplift others. And although we haven't had that for us, we ask for help, and it seems like, you're asking help from the wrong people, but everybody seems to be wanting to push you down in some way, and it's quite shocking. You'll find out truths about yourself, truths about your birth, truths about your life, and then whether that be on a personal, family, community, macro world level, and you'll start realizing that everything was a lie, that you were living a lie and living part of a lie. You were stuck in pleasure maybe. Maybe you were stuck in the basic root chakras, but you need to elevate to the heart. Yes. And this is what's happening. So it's kind of for your greater good, so you can be of greater good to others. And at the time when you're in the thick of it, you just really, it's hard. You just don't know how you're going to keep on beginning again. And it is brutal, but it doesn't have to be brutal. It doesn't have to be that painful. If you just relax, meditate, whatever you are being asked to do for yourself to make life easier for yourself, do it. Don't fight it. The more you fight and struggle against your future of what's coming for you, then the harder it is. You need to be calm amongst all the chaos. But, you're fighting and struggling out of fear because you've learned, you've been pushed into your survival, you've been pushed into your lower chakras. You've never felt secure in your life, you've never felt truly loved, you've never felt nurtured. All of these things have been absent from your life, and you've struggled to find it, and you've gone looking outside of self and accepting anything and anyone who shows you those things that you're desperate for. But that's when we draw the narcissists, people who mirror us. All of these sorts of people come to us because we're vulnerable. We're vulnerable to other people out of our neediness, out of our need to feel all of these things in a world that doesn't have anything to offer us in that way right now. It's a test of our strength and faith. You are a light. You are a light upon this world, and people want to dim it. The devils and demons don't want you to wake up, because when you wake up, you're more powerful than you ever were. And people have tried to disempower you. They've tried to take your power away. I've heard stories where people have been driven to end their lives, driven to it by dark forces, because your light is too powerful for this world. Not too powerful for this world, sorry, but for the dark forces, your light is too powerful for them. So their job as dark forces of this world is to stop you from waking up, and if possible to get you on their side. So choosing a side is becoming very important. So this is dove as well, peace. You're wanting peace of mind. See the dove here with the mind, needing peace of mind. You can have this peace of mind. And the thing is, we have more people than ever diagnosed with mental illnesses, given medications. Often medications that are given for, as a cure can often lead you to symptoms that you never had. Then you get more medication for the symptoms. It's just crazy. So, learning to trust, learning to have peace of mind, needing to balance. No, you're not going crazy. You're not going crazy. Although it feels like it. And golden light's very important. There could be something here to do with gold statues and things like that, or golden things. So hearing the truth, but hearing the truth, the divine truth, letting your intuition work for you, opening your crown chakra to receive the messages of love and peace. That's what you're being asked to do, just to find balance and peace right now if things are chaotic. And you need to isolate in order to do that. And you'll be taken somewhere or guided somewhere or instructed to go somewhere where it will be peaceful. And if you trust that, it will manifest. So you feel like your life is being ruined. You just want everything to go back to normal. Perhaps people want you to go back to normal. People don't understand you anymore. But they probably never did, because you were playing the role of somebody that wanted to belong, of somebody that wanted to belong, somebody who wanted to fit in. But you fit in with the divine soul tribe, you fit in with the light, you fit in, and you've had to walk this path for your experience, to learn, to gather those experiences, to realize as well the truth of yourself and these other people. Who are you trying to please? You're trying to please the demons, you're trying to please the devils, or people who are weak. Their faith is weak. They are weak in the fact that they let the dark forces operate through them. So coming out of this toxic energy, giving up your addictions, being guided to give something up every day, one little thing, one step at a time, getting yourself purifying yourself, releasing addiction. We're addicted to everything. We're attached to everything. We're attached to our homes and comfort. We're attached to food. We're attached to everything. So we have to learn to fast so that we're not attached to food. But of course food is necessary for us to eat, although there's gurus that say it's not. They eat manna from heaven, which is fine, but that takes strong understanding, enlightenment and belief. Letting go of toxic energy, toxic people, and realizing that it is for your better good. They brought out the worst in you. You were being toxic. Perhaps you were spreading your pain around. You just wanted someone to listen. You just wanted people to hear your truth. But in doing so, your truth is a truth that people can't handle. You know, maybe you've been through traumatic things that people could never conceive or understand. So these people will never understand you. So you have to kind of, keep things to yourself. And look, we have the Eight of Swords fallen out. So it's a trap. It's a psychological, emotional and spiritual trap. And you're being released from this toxic energy. The devil doesn't want you to be free. The devil wants you trapped, feeling anxious, feeling fearful, feeling concerned and worried. It's time to release this with the Eight of Swords. Doves of peace are here, meditation and prayer and having that faith. And we all, sometimes it's 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. But you get to a point where it's like 2 steps forward and no steps back. You start leaping forward, releasing it all, finding things that fulfill you or that you enjoy doing. If you are in a period of isolation, or if you are in a period where you're trying to find your way forward, to balance yourself, to come into to come into your new phase of being, to become out of the cocoon in the butterfly and into the butterfly. So we're being cocooned right now, a lot of them. Some of you are really struggling to come out of the egg to turn into the caterpillar. So never mind the butterfly. So it is, you just have to be strong, be strong in your faith. And we don't need to condemn or judge anyone else. This is the thing, you let go of all the judgments, which is a form of forgiveness. You just let go of it all. You start to understand that all these terrible things that you're going through and that you've been through in your life is to help you, when the awakening happens, and it's brutal, more brutal than ever, in so many ways, that you start to realize that that's the only way to crack you open, to release all the trauma that you've buried deep inside yourself. Maybe you've spent most of your life not even letting people know or telling them anything. But once you awaken, it's kind of like you start to talk about it all the time. You want things to be truthful. You want them to be honest. You don't want people working in the shadows. You don't want other people to be harmed. You don't want children to be abused. You never did. You just don't want anyone to go through what you've been through, never mind people who are going through 10 times worse. So it's to crack you open. And the faster you come to that understanding, the better. Moving forward with love and light. And it is like a search for the Holy Grail. And once you come to this, you do, like they talk about the Ark of the Covenant. You are the Ark of the Covenant. You hold powerful light within you. There could also be things here to do with the police and being arrested and jailed, imprisoned, falsely imprisoned. You're being released. People will be released. Although in the UK, I think they're releasing perpetrators at the moment. What is going on? Like, there are powers at work here who want to destroy everything. Like, they want to have soul power. We've got people who just want to be the one king of the earth. And these people won't succeed. And now we need light workers to go out into the world, heart-centered, in faith, taking your light to the world. Taking your blessings of the Supreme Being. Because you may have even had things where people wanted to, put an end to you, like literally put an end to you, but you survived it. At the time, it's like mind-boggling, but you survived it. So you can tell your tale, you can tell your story. So, coming out of this in prison, and sometimes we end up in a self-imposed prison because we're frightened to move, we're frightened to go out. There could be agoraphobia here for some people. But, when you're ready, you will go forward when you're ready. And the faster you get working on yourself in these ways, and it's a hard journey, your faith is going to be tested and your faith is going to be shaky. Your belief in yourself is non-existent. You don't think you're worth anything to anyone, but you are. So, you know, you're going to go forward with love and light and shedding light on others. It's like you are the, yeah, you're the light in the dark of this world. So, oh yeah, Empress on the bottom. You're being elevated. Maybe this has taken a long time. If this is going from, you know, youth to older age, you know, over 40s. So this, you know, maybe you've been through, you know, maybe your life has never been one where you can really rely on others for your happiness, but somehow you've managed to spread love and joy wherever you go anyway, and people don't like that about you. It's like they think it's fake. You know, but it is a form of being fake, really, when you're spreading love and joy, and because that is a form of, you know, you're pushing your traumas down, you know, you're just trying to spread love and joy, you know, you're trying to give people what you didn't have. And there's a kind of, is a fakeness to that, because deep down inside you're crying and screaming and desperate to be released from the traumas that you've been through. And so, you know, the towers fall. If you can't get onto your path with peace and serenity, then it's going to get worse and worse and worse. It's like King Lear and the Tempest. You know, if you read Shakespeare, they all get many, many warnings and they don't listen. And so, you know, it ends up in absolute mayhem. And this is what happened to me. I just wasn't listening. I was stubbornly trying to grip to what I had, because I was so afraid of becoming homeless, or so afraid of everything, really, at the end of the day. And I didn't realize how much fear I had inside me that I'd been carrying since I was a child. So releasing all these fears, you're being elevated, you're the Empress, you are creative. You could be an older person who has, like, you know, a younger partner, or there's a younger partner coming in, or, but yeah, you're getting a glow, yeah, or you have like young adult children, that kind of thing as well. So that's just for somebody. So the Empress here, you know, having a glow up, you will be respected, and you need to stand your ground. So you could be getting a message here as well, somebody else who's also been through what you've been through, people coming to you that you can help and assist, because you are honest and truthful, you speak with truth, you're not making anything up, and people, you know, they respond to authenticity. So when people can see that you're being authentic, that elevates you. When you're authentic to yourself, that elevates you, it gives you strength. And the Empress is very gracious, you know, holding yourself, holding your head high. Don't lower yourself to other people. There's a saying that water always finds its own level. So you are operating at all different levels. Perhaps you can operate at all different levels. And perhaps your most comfortable way of being is with people who, you know, with being a big fish in a small pond, because you're afraid of failure or success, or, yeah, you've set your sights way too low in your life because of self-value and self-worth. You need to, you know, build yourself back up. And look at that, 10 of Pentacles. Could be a new community, but also wealth is coming your way. You're going to be given everything you've lost, you're going to receive back again. If you've lost a home, there's a new one coming. If you're being asked to move to a new community, it will be bountiful for you, it will be wonderful for you. 10 of Pentacles, your security and your well-being and your wealth is assured to you long term. This is long-term stability and security, and this is what you're being moved to. You could have also, whatever you're going through, could have been, you know, a 10-year period, but you're being moved and guided to also put your pearls, because the Empress wears pearls, to put your pearls of wisdom within a community where people are listening. They are needing your help, needing your assistance. You could even end up like high up in a community, like becoming the mayor of a town or something like that, or mayoress, or whatever they call them. So yeah, so you're being blessed with longevity as well, I'm getting. You will have longevity. It's like you're going to become more youthful, more healthy. And this is what the divine wants of us. You know, we can't tell people, other people, to what to do if we can't do it ourselves. So every day is an opportunity to do something for yourself that you're being asked to do, that you know you should do, so that you're not a hypocrite at the end of the day. So Ten of Pentacles is wealth and abundance here. Lots of ideas coming forth here as well. But there's something to do with your community, to do with wealth, or creating a community, creating a collective. This could also be like, you know, you sort of buy a large property and then you have people like a commune of some kind, but not a cult. But yeah, there's sadness here. There's things in the past, there's regret here, but it's almost like crying over spilt milk, because you're taking responsibility for other people's bad behavior. And maybe they brought the worst out in you, and maybe you didn't behave well either. But at the end of the day, you behaved in truth. No, you never said anything that wasn't true, like whether that was your own truth or the truth of them. But people can't hear the truth of themselves when they're not ready to. So that can seem brutal to them, that can seem cruel to them, that can seem like unloving and unkind to them. Because they're also looking to blame, because they can't take responsibility. So, you know, you're going to have the finger pointed at you constantly by these people. But you can shoulder all of this. You can weather this storm. You're going to be fine. There's 2 cups here, 2 cups of love waiting for you in the future. But people also, you've done what you've needed to do. And, you know, you have to be able to do it without creating more karma for yourself. So you've said and done what's needed to be said. There are people who are sad, they are missing you, they feel lost without you. But it's not for you to go back and pick them up. They have to pick themselves up. They have to release themselves. Oh, look, 2 of Cups, there it is. They have to release themselves from their devil energies, from their self-imposed prison. Basically, you being you, they know that you're right. They know that you're a good person. You know, and that's what makes them afraid. Especially people who are doing really bad things. They're the most afraid, and they're the ones who are often in positions of power over you. So be very careful who you're challenging. You know, there's a time and place for your truth. Write a book about it, blog about it, you know, put it out there, create a community of people who've been through what you've been through, create a collective of people. There could also be some kind of class action in the future here for people who've been injured in some way. But yeah, the 2 of Cups is here. So there is someone or some people that you've left behind. This is, you know, this is soul group, this is soul tribe, this could be family members, children, whatever. There are people you're distant from, or you've had to distance yourself from, just to put the final icing on the cake, to be, you know, to finally step into that Empress, that Emperor energy. But that will be healed. There is healing together here. So yeah, so there are people who are meant to be with you, who are meant to go with you, who are meant to follow you into the light, to become soldiers and warriors of light as well. And they will follow you. Yeah, they will follow you. Look, there we go. It's been hard for them to know, to tell the truth, or to be truthful about themselves or about you. Yeah, there could be some embarrassment here. They wanted to silence you because they felt awkward, they felt embarrassed. You know, because you have people who, they make a story up about who they are for their friends or for their partners or whatever, to promote themselves, and then you come along and you go, oh, I don't remember that story. Like, maybe you know, you're not very mindful with your words. You know, we need to be more mindful. But, you know, you're kind of saying, oh, really? Oh, no, this is what happened, or that. And they get embarrassed by that because they wanted something else to be true. Or they're basically telling little white lies, and it embarrasses them when you come along and say, no, that's not kind of true. Like, yeah, something like that going on. So, yeah, there are people who will follow you. And this is part of your role, to come out of this torture room, this place of torture, and rise above it. Because we can't change the world, we just have to learn how to operate in it. And there are some people who can infiltrate from the inside out into organisations, workers of light, and they are there, but they can, it's almost like you're having to, what was that movie with, God, what's it? God, hang on. You know, Pirates of the Caribbean. What's his name? Jack. The guy that, oh God, how do I not know his name? It's just gone out of my brain. Yeah, the guy that plays Jack Sparrow, of course. God, what is your name? Yeah, isn't he in a movie like called Blow or something like that? And he's undercover, but the people he's undercover with are like, you know, dismembering bodies and a lot of blood and guts going on, and he's having to like let that happen. He can't, yeah, because otherwise he'll blow his cover. Yeah, so there's some people who have to stomach that kind of thing, who are undercover. But for others, like I can't even kill insects. Like I'm very Buddhisty, not in, yeah, but just naturally. I just can't bring myself to hurt anything. I mean, I've hurt people with my mouth, you know, but I haven't always been kind with my words. But yeah, I couldn't stomach it. See, I can't operate from the inside out like that. That's why we have whistleblowers, because they just cannot stomach people being harmed in order to catch, you know, get the bigger catch. But there are some people who can. So that's for some, I don't know why I said all that, but that was for somebody. You're not going to have more than you can handle. And like people say, well, that, you know, what about people who, you know, who don't survive, you know, at their own hand? But that's part of, you know, I don't understand that either. It's a tough one. You know, how do you talk to a parent about that kind of thing? But it's like they have played their part. They've done what they've needed to do. But yeah, that's a tough one. You know, you shouldn't let anybody be able to push you to that extent. Like, because that's them having power over you. They're winning if you're being pushed that hard. You know, don't let them win. So how do you not let these dark forces, these people who really want to harm you, how do they not win? They don't win by you surviving it all, by you and coming out the other side and finding stability, finding happiness, finding, you know, a way forward, telling your story at the right time for you. Oh yeah, victory. And is that the strength card underneath there as well? Oh no, it's a liar cheater thing. Victory over the liars, over the saboteurs, over the cheats, over the, yeah, hearing the truth. They can't hear the truth about themselves. But if you're a very self-reflecting person, then you've kind of always known the truth about yourself. It's just really a matter of being able to get a handle on those attributes of your personality that seem to put you in hot water all the time. But then you have to be in hot water sometimes in order to, you know, understand what other people are going through, to be able to walk in people's shoes. So yeah, you're having victory over these people who want to sabotage you, people who think they're funny, people who want to go and lie about you to others, people who just want to do anything to stop you from having victory and shining your light. So you could be having victory, and you see who these people are now. You're becoming more discerning. You can see them with the Empress here looking over this. And you're having victory. You're finally going home. So you're going to a place where you're going to really feel at home, probably for the first time in your life, and there's abundance there for you. There's something here to do with gold as well. Yeah, over the victory, because that was under the, yeah, so we'll take that too. See, that's under the victory card. The manipulators, the gaslighters, the troublemakers, the narcissists, you know, you're having victory over all of these people by moving forward, moving away from them. It's not your role to stand and fight if you cannot stomach being on the inside, you know what I'm saying, to out the big guys. It's your role to move forward and to tell your story. And there's a lot of creativity, and to bring together a collective of people of like mind so that you can also lift people to victory with your strength. Like, you're extremely strong. Stronger than you realise you are, is what I'm getting to say to you. And then we've got the spellcasters. So I often use these as karmic cards. Oh, there we go. They're all out. Yeah, the Knight of Wands, moving very swiftly. There could be something to do with aeroplanes and flight and things like that. But yeah, something's blowing in very, very swiftly. But it's almost like sorry, what's going on here? I've got so much messaging coming in. Yeah, this is on the Devil, hearing the truth. you know. This is like, people are going to regret trapping you and lying about you. But see what we've got? We've got the Knight of Swords. You're going to be pushed forward so rapidly, like there's a rapid movement here. Or perhaps you were caught off guard. People just catch you off guard because they come as like a surprise attack. Like your spiritual awakening has been one surprise attack after the other. But there's also airlines here. It's swift movement, but you know, maybe people think that you're just a blow-in, you know, that you're not going to last the distance. But you've got nothing to prove. If you're not meant to be where you are, and you're not going to last the distance, are you? But you are going to last the distance spiritually, is what I'm getting to say to you. So yeah, there is some conflict. Somebody could be coming in. See, we've got an air sign, Knight of Swords, and then we've got the Knight of Cups here following you. So you could have, and these people, the knights are fairly young, you know, they're kind of mid-20s to maybe mid-30s. They could, could even be early 20s. Oh, we had 21 here, didn't we? So, yeah, so there's two younger people who will come in, they will follow you. One of them comes with the heart and will talk to you from their heart. The other is more wordy and brash. They're going to really tell you a truth, that they just want to tell you the truth about something, or yeah, they need to talk to you about something, and it could come across a little bit harsh. So, you know, we've got, with two knights here, they could be brothers, they could be, it could even be people in the military and the police and things like that. You could have even had those issues with those things. But yeah, coming to peace, coming together. There could be a mediator here of these two, between these two knights. The Knight of Cups is the mediator. So we've got Cancer, and we have the Knight of Cups represents Cancer also. So we've got Cancer, and we've got the Knight of Swords, which can represent, we've got Gemini here, we've got Scorpio, and we have Capricorn here. So yeah, and we have Aquarius twice here for the, yeah, for the bad guys. And we have Libra and Leo and Ten of Pentacles. Is that Virgo energy? Yeah. So, and we have the and we have the Nine of Cups. See, rising above. You're getting your wishes granted. This is a genie. You're a bit of a genie in a bottle. When things get too difficult, you kind of disappear. You know, a little bit like Pisces energy. You know, they just swim away because you just don't want to be embattled anymore. It's like you can't win battles if you're going to battle the wrong way. We're in a spiritual battle, so we have to battle in spiritual ways. And just your leaving is going to wake these two up. Yeah, I've got two in particular. Yeah, so Nine of Cups, rising above, that's Pisces energy, the moon energy here as well. You know, feeling fulfilled on your own. This is teaching you how to be good on your own, so that when you do come with new people, you're not going to self-sabotage anymore. You know, all those negative things about self-criticisms about yourself are going to fall away, so that you can feel confident and comfortable among other people, so that you're not self-sabotaging, you're not over, you know, you're not, yeah, you're more balanced and calm, and trusting yourself and trusting the divine. So when you come together with others, it's like you don't really need anyone anymore. So it's like icing on the cake. That seems to be something going on here. And Three of Pentacles, working with others. But in this card, it's teaching. It's being the master, children. So there's teaching here, there's children here. And these children can represent younger souls, or just people who are less experienced than you. And this is Three of Pentacles, collaborating, coming together. You're going to have victory when it comes to the Three of Pentacles. And there's Empress energy here. And the Page of Swords. You know, new ways of communicating. But there could also be something here to do with communication, to do with law, to do with defense. You could end up in a position where you're defending others. You know, maybe that's what got you in trouble. You were protecting children if you were in that kind of role. and against people who had more power than you in that situation. Yeah, and that's, you know, and that would have been a huge trigger for those people. So they've hounded you, they've hunted you. So you are a defender of people, of, you know, like you would never throw somebody else under the bus for yourself. Like you took it all on, like, yeah, you know, and that's it, coming to that understanding. But there's law here, putting things right, knowing how to speak correctly and when to speak, when not to speak. But communication with the Page of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles, your money's going to come from communicating, from teaching, from leading, from guiding, and it's a new beginning. Also, there could be somebody in the community, or there's young people in a community who are going to come to you and need your help. There could be something here to do with tutoring as well, or setting up an organisation, or setting up something for younger people to help them release trauma, to help them to grow, to help them communicate. It could even be like something like a youth centre or something like that, or drama for trauma, that kind of thing. So, but yeah, so teaching, you know, is part of your path. You could be a life path 11, so you can look that up. I Ching. Yeah, there's something else with that Page of Swords, but I can't grasp it. Yeah, you're going to have people on your team, people like you, people who want to stand up for justice, who want to stand up for teamwork, who want to join forces with you to fight the good fight. Oh, that battery's going to go flat. I Ching, one of these. And look, we have 22 here, so that, I just saw 22. 13, transformation, rebirth. It's been tough, it's a difficult thing, you know, endings and beginnings. So you have to let the endings end and let yourself move, float, be guided towards your new beginning, because that's where your success lies, is in letting go of toxic people, which was my morning sunrise reading this morning. People in harmony, creating success, fruitful to cross the great river. Okay, so yeah, people in harmony. So maybe mediation is something here as well for you. But we need to create harmony with ourselves and with other people. We can no longer, this is what the point you get to, where you can no longer create drama and conflict with other people. But if other people are still triggering you, then you need to remove yourself from these people so that you can work on those triggers. So you just need to come to a point where you can be calm no matter what. So you need to be mindful. And this is a good idea why, if you're with people that you need to be with but they trigger you in some way, it's a good idea not to have alcohol. It's a good idea, you know, to not have coffee if it makes you chatty, so that you can be more still and mindful when you're with people. And they might say things to you like, oh, you know, you're not your normal self or whatever. And you just say, oh, I'm practicing to be peaceful and calm, thank you. Just be honest. So, but your role could be to bring other people together as a collective in peace and harmony. But understanding that we can have peace even in chaos. No matter how much the wind howls, the mountains shall not be moved. So, yeah, fruitful to cross the great river. A noble one's constancy bears fruit. So being consistent, learning consistency, learning to be constant so that people can rely on you. There's people who are going to need to rely on you, coming to you for advice. Oh, that's it, the Knight of Swords. Did I already say that? Yeah, coming to you for advice. Yeah, and people are going to become very attracted to you because you are peaceful and harmonious. Maybe you've always had a peaceful nature, but getting triggered can bring out, you know, our traumatic responses, and we can behave badly. You know, we bring out the best or the worst in each other, but we have to learn to be stable and harmonious no matter what, because leadership is here. There's something to do with leadership, which is always very strong in the readings at the moment. So angels, one of these. Another long reading, sorry. A lot of talking. Oh, dreams. Yeah, your dreams are coming true. Pay attention to your dreams. Dream and dreaming. Because we did have, like, did I mention like the moon, even though it's the Nine of Cups? You know, you have very dreamy energy. There could be something to do with dreams and dreams interpretation going on here as well. Also, you know, things like remote viewing, but this message is coming to you in your dreams. Your dreams with the Nine of Cups is about to be fulfilled. You're about to have success. You're having a breakthrough. So, you know, not in your wildest dreams could you have ever dreamed that you would have gone through what you've been through and survived and lived to tell the tale and to actually become elevated and knowing. Yeah, people are going to find this. Yeah, this is what people find hard about you as well. Like, if you do mention anything about your past, they start to think, you know, it sounds too incredulous to them. Yeah, trusting your intuition. So we have the moon here and we have the high priestess here. So part of your career as well could be your psychic abilities, and putting your light out into the world. But yeah, it's something here to do obviously with psychic abilities and intuition, high priestess and the moon, deep emotions, dreaming, secret knowledge, but also being a little bit more secretive. And not because you're hiding anything, but just let people get to know you slowly as you get to know others slowly. And also holding this knowledge and understanding and being silent, because you've got two knights coming in, who, one of them quite rash, who need you to hear the truth about something, or they're coming with truth. But if they're not, you know, if they're not being truthful, then you do have to let them know, but you have to be mindful and measured when you speak. You know, you're an authority figure, you're going to become an authority figure to people if you're not already, and you need to be balanced, measured, and a person of harmony and peace. Calling Nelson Mandela. A couple of tea leaves. I mean, Nelson Mandela wasn't always peaceful. He was a fighter, a freedom fighter, and he fought, but he, you know, he learned a lot in his life, to the point when he did become, did they call them prime ministers over there? When he became, in South Africa, when he became the leader of South Africa, he was able to bring peace and harmony and bring people together in cooperation. There could be somebody here who is going to, a great leader is going to emerge from, and it could be, yeah, I was just sort of getting a great leader's going to emerge, but they could only be in their 20s right now, is what I'm getting. Skull. Hidden secrets can harm you. Yeah, so, yeah. Hidden secrets can harm you. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, if you're not, this is taking it back to the beginning, if you're not in a situation of power, if you're, you know, wanting to be a whistleblower, if you just can't stand what's going on around you, and you've gone and said something to someone, and then you've been, like, cut down and made to shut up and driven out, those secrets are all going to come to the surface. But that's the other thing too, when we don't fully understand, like, there are things working behind the scenes, and when we don't fully understand our environment, we can fall into that trap quite easily. So you need to be more, sit back a little bit, be more watchful. But this has all been part of your learning. But also, if somebody's been hiding something from you, then the truth will be revealed. And the skull is the hermit, is the wisdom. You know, some people are needing to smarten up a little bit, wisen up a little bit, and you need to be steady. In a little bit of a storm in a teacup coming your way, possibly from the past. And coins, yeah, money will be coming to you. So we've already talked about that. An archway, new possibilities and paths opening up. So, you know, you're walking through a new door, a new day, a new dawn, and people who are meant to be with you, they're going to have to hurry up and catch up, because if you look at my morning sunrise reading, if they can't come to, you know, if they can't catch up with you in some way, and be the person or people they're meant to be. They're meant to be people of light as well, but they're caught up in something. They're trapped in something in the devil's plans at the moment. So just, pray for them, and you just keep on doing you, and they will catch up to you. But if you walk through that doorway, if like it's almost like they're trying to catch up to you, and then you move a step ahead, but then they're, you're sort of dragging people behind you, but not as a heavy weight. They've got to come willingly. Oh, did we talk about caterpillars? Yeah, things will not always be this way. A change is coming. So I think that says it all. All right, love to you guys.